least we got the music working here. Holy calendar, year 868. Ah, what? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on a second, boys and girls. We've had a problem. I, Stop it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is wrong with this thing. Why does it make my life so difficult? So you're telling me... Oh, whatever. Holy calendar. I swear, technical issues today. 868, Drigor, the final battle between light and dark. Led by the Knight of Light, Zith Landlight, the Knights of the Round fought a battle to the death on the core of darkness. The historical records, the most faithful account, describe the battle as such. To save his comrades, who the Overlord charmed, Landlight ran through the demonic castle alone. However, the Knight of Light's glorious determination was all for naught. The Landlight, using the power of the demonic mirror, returned to Death's Embrace, the site of the battle. Zeph, I knew you would return right around now. Now, one thing I'll say about these games, including Wizardry, Labyrinth of Lost Souls, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I love the character design, even in that, like, in all these games lately, in the last 10 years that come out of Japan, the blobbers, you either get the really lewd ones, or at least you get the very pretty character design. Now, the dungeons and everything else graphic about the game, just horrible in these games. But at least they make the characters look super adorable, and whatever have you. Let me read your combats. Thank you for following Discord, Scar, RP Gamer. Check out our website. Epic Music is Epic. Yep, I really want to show you how to add the H60 directly OBS to avoid most issues. I don't know. Anyways, I upgrade. Oh yeah, I was telling you that story. The HDMI cable I was using was pretty. I guess it was one of those subpar things or whatever have you. I bought a very expensive HDMI fancy cable, and it solved all of the problems that I was having. What little problems I was having, but it solved all the problems. It's the same thing with the cell phone. You know, some of the USB-C cables can charge my cell phone in 2 hours. Some of them take 8 hours. Some of them can transfer the data from my computer to my cell phone. Some of them can't. So I don't know why there's different types of USB-C cables, but there are. Yeah, we can turn that some more. But that was reckless. The Dark Ones have followed you here. Pyros and the others have gone ahead to the Overlord's throne room. Come, we must finish it off quickly. Attack, guard, spell, or item. Target 1 hour recover. Hit points to the divine. Oh, that sounds boring. What spells do you have? Ooh. Apply action. Fast apply back. Okay. Zeth attacked Ol equals Servant with Clade Laos. Ol equals Servant blocks the attack with Shield of Darkness. 1 hit. Yeah, I'm not reading those out loud. You guys have to read your own screen. Why is it stupid game capturing thing? There's got to be a way to turn that stupid game capturing thing from automatically jumping in. Yeah, no, it does that all the time. You know, it's very irritating. I have to, like, shake the mouse or something to get it. That's the one thing I haven't quite figured out yet with the Elgato. Alright, let's see what happens if we do fast apply. Oh, well, there you go. You're as masterful as ever. With your holy sword and my coronarium, 2 holy vessels passed down since the dawn of time. Eraste gazes at the staff in her hand for a moment. We will surely defeat the Overlord. For the sake of the future we leave behind. Nisa Blobber, I'm glad this is one of the older ones knows voice acting, because some of their English voice acting is too much. Well, you know, Chaos, maybe you'll regret that, because instead what you get is Phil voice acting, and it is too much. Peter uses Elgato. Yeah, like Elgato. It works for the most part. The Overlord should be on one floor above us in the throne room. Let's go. Squire status. Whose status will you confirm? To get a map? Probably not in the tutorial dungeon. No map for you, but oh, there we go. Status staircase up. Then, upon reaching the Overlord's throne, Leadlight, Araste! A lone knight, dark clouds swirling at his back, calls out to the two. You're still alive! That's what we should be asking you. Where are your squires? I had to leave them behind. Each and every one of them got charmed by the vampire guarding this place. I avenged them, but it was already too late. Ah. The same happened to Seth. Are we the only ones left? The round won't be as lively as it was. The Overlord is just ahead. A definitive battle is nearly upon us. Right, we can't let all of our sacrifices go to waste. Let's show the bastard what Light's blessing feels like shoved up. Oh my god, I didn't turn on the adult filter here, guys. It's only a dungeon crawler. What is it with the language? Phil, voice acting's fine. Luca from Labyrinth refrain was too much. Yeah. At long last, the Knights of the Round have reached the top of demonic castle Juragoa. A sinister pillar of light dyes the sky red, and a torrent of magic power buffets the party. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can change it to where my face isn't covering up half the party's stats there. Oops, there goes the Elgato again. This rumbling is, he's coming. The King of Darkness who rules the realm of the dead. Ol equals Olma. I don't know what's up with that equal signs jumping in there. Gotta move my logo off the number 2. Oh, come on, Elgato. I didn't even click on that screen and it's still doing its stupid... Stop it! Final boss already. Yeah, well, there should be something that's like button for turning off the freaking overlay. Or just keep it off. I don't even know, honestly, the Elgato overlay does absolutely nothing for me. I don't know why I can't just somehow magically plug my Switch HDMI into my PC and just have it funnel through, but you gotta use the software and the capture card and all this other jazz. Let's see here. I don't know why it says OL equals servant A, servant B. That seems kind of odd. Ew. Wait, Dark Flare, which is effective against light enemies. Ooh, Mass Slow. That sounds special. So fast apply literally means go through it really fast. And you press X, you can just redo the same actions again. And it goes real. That's pretty nice. That's a quality of life right there. It just literally just goes shaboom. Oh, that's right. I think I could go into OBS and tell it to just take the Elgato without the using it as a display doodad. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, you can add it like a webcam. That's true. Nah, I don't feel like farting with it right now. Alright, so we can do magic. Fire Blast. There we go. So if you do apply action, it plays everything out slowly. If you do fast action, it doesn't just do it fast, it does it really fast, which means you might not even notice how much damage your party's taken if you're not paying attention to the bottom. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Magic, Divine Aura. Let's keep Pumpkin happy and healed here. Landlight now! Deal the final blow with a holy sword. The holy sword, Leos, with all of his might, Landlight, draws a silver arc that tears through all equals Olma. Draws a silver arc with the very ground swallows up the King of Darkness. Or so it seemed. At that very same moment, the knights that are around are struck down from behind. What? Could it be? That was just an illusion. Olma reveals his true power. He can use magic to make anyone submit to his will. Olma's impact hits the knights of the round like a torrential sea. But the Cranararian, wielded by the extraordinary mage Eraste, blocks and repels it. However, in the end, exposed to the brunt of the Overlord's power, Cranararian breaks into fragments, and thus the hopes of these knights are shattered. We can't! Without the heavenly staff, we can't defeat the Overlord! Landlight, we must withdraw! Pyros, what are you saying? What good will it do to keep fighting? We'll just be slaughtered! The master of the round, Zeth Landlight, turns to his frightened friend and responds. If we give up the world, we'll fall into a reign of darkness. I shall follow Zeth to the end. Eraste! What game do you consider to be the father of the genre? I mean, the father of blobbers goes all the way back to what? Boy, what? Wizardry? I think Wizardry was before Might and Magic. The original Wizardry. I mean, Rogue was a dungeon crawler, but no, we would consider that. I mean, technically a blobber tends to be more of a first-person perspective, blah, 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 but the old Wizardry games, there have been a lot of good dungeon crawlers, too, back in the 80s. Now, usually, as far as, like, my favorite one goes, I'm always a big, huge fan of Wizardry 8, and we will play Wizardry 8 on this channel one day, boys and girls, we will. At the conclusion of the Holy Era records, the end of the battle is written very concisely. Thus death came for the Knight of Light, and with that, an era of endless darkness began. Sapphires of sapphire wings. Defeated in the north. My two comrades and I, worn to the point of exhaustion, faced the Overlord. Our last hope was gone. The hearts of my companions were bombarded with dark powers, while I became a soul without the means to fight. A century passed, and no traces of the land of Alda remained. Good music. Cities were trampled by flocks of demons. The people were oppressed by the Overlord. This is the world of darkness. through which my soul drifts. It is time to wake up. It is time to take action. I hear the voice in the distance. Ah, now I see. That's right. I am a knight of the round, and our duty is to drive the darkness from this world. Yes, that is your destiny. Now, answer the call. Knight of light. Shh. And not of might. Commencing character creation for the reincarnated protagonist. During the protagonist's character creation, you may edit name, gender, appearance, soul shape, and stat points. You cannot change the protagonist's main class. You cannot set a subclass yet. As the game progresses, you'll be able to change some selections. Note that you cannot change them until then, so choose carefully. From each section, you can also press the minus button to read through the tips, which can also be found in the game system. Refer to the tips for more info. When you're done editing, select confirm. This will conclude character creation. Okay. If you just joined us, welcome. My name is Phil, aka JCServant, and you are watching Saviors of Sapphire Wings. We're just popping this in. We're going through character creation. You can make your male. You can make your female that looks just like your apparently choosing male, female. Oh, faceless, little boy, big guy, hooded man, noble woman 2, hooded woman. Not exactly the world's biggest selection. Name. Zeth Landline. Oh my gosh, that name. Oh. Ugh. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. A chosen one of many isn't new. Yeah. Meditator soul. A soul that embodies the abilities of humans, bound stats. Elves has superior intellect. Dwarves benefits frontline classes that have superior strength and wit. Migmi soul, a soul shape that embodies the power of Migmis, benefits backline classes with superior miss and agi. A soul that embodies the power of nays, benefits front row classes and has superior agi. Fairy soul, a soul shape that embodies the power of fairies, benefits backline classes and has superior agi and luke. So clearly this is a way for them to give you access to the different stats of the different races without actually changing your race, right? I have to say, this is the first time I've had a game that's like, you're going to be human, whether you like it or not. I mean, he kind of looks like a frontline guy to me. I feel like he should be like a swordsman. I know that's a bit done in the cliche. I usually go for wizards, but he definitely has a knight or possibly even a paladin look to him. So that kind of looks like, you know, you might do the dwarf thing for frontline. For the extra, you know, strength and the vit, which will surely transfer into more hit points. So I think we'll do with that. Distribute bonus passes supplement base stance of the race chosen via soul shape. Bonus points are determined by main class level. So, oh, look, it's not one of those games where I have to like re-roll 500 times so I get like the best bonus points. A button. B button, A button, B button, A button. button. B button. B button. Now, affects hit and initiative. It's interesting. You can't like just take a point out. It goes. It's like hitting backspace. Okay, so I'd start off with a little extra bit. There we go. Seems pretty straightforward. "100 years after the battle with the Overlord. Holy calendar year 968. Chetawak Island. Vimy Valley. Feel the power of those PlayStation 2 graphics. When you open your eyes, you see distant mountains dimmed by storm clouds. You appear to be in some kind of valley. Just then, you hear the footsteps of a monster behind you, stomping through the mud. Oh my goodness gracious. 0% running away. Cool, cool. I do have 3 potions. Yippee. Oh, and I do have a remove curse and divine aura. That's a goblin? I don't know if that's the world's creepiest or cutest goblin. I don't know. They're just doing like 1 point. I'm doing 46. So you can press A to repeat, and then fast apply it. You can get through these battles real quick. It's kind of, I mean, if you know you're gonna, just peel through them, that's nice. Suddenly, everything goes dark. You can't freely move your body. Sorry, I made you overdo it, but there was nowhere else. A strangely dressed girl appears before you, accompanied with a flash of lightning. I've been waiting all this time for you to arrive. The reason you can't move is because you're not accustomed to that body yet. Having received a new life, you are currently like an infant. Sleep well. Leave the rest to me. I'm Merlin. Welcome back, Zeth. You're the Terminator, right? Let me check on one little thing real quick. Okay. Just making sure that I didn't miss anything there. Put on some clothes. I got clothes on, I think. Oh, he needs to put on some clothes. That's funny. For goodness sake, a patient at a time like this? I wasn't expecting you to bring someone wielding a sword covered with blood. Come on, Pops, you're gonna keep dragging your feet? We've got to go soon. Enough, Saul. I'll be having you leave as soon as this man wakes up. Are we clear? The Overlord's forces have yet to reach this island, but it's possible this person is one of the vanguard. We will not overstay our welcome. We will leave the moment we're able to do so. I certainly hope so. Please, until Seth awakens, it should not be much longer. Seth? So is that this man's name? Hey, Pops. Their eyes are open. Finally awake, are you? Now, Zeth, or whatever your name is, are you feeling any pain? Is that so? Glad to hear it. I don't want you dying in my home.
My name's Bownin. I'm the chief of the village. Normally I'd have our healer looking after you, but unfortunately she can't be here at this moment. It's more that she's missing. She's probably wandered too deep into the valley and got ambushed by goblins. Those goblins have been awful aggressive lately. How's this so far? I looked at it for a hot minute today on Steam. Probably too early to tell. This is a nice game. It's like Etrian, right? Yeah, it's a blob. Yeah, it's a dungeon crawler, blobber. So yeah. Um, it is a 10-year-old game, so it's gonna have 10-year-old graphics, and since blobbers aren't usually so great with graphics, they're gonna look more like 15-year-old graphics. But at least the character design's nice. The music's been really good so far. But we haven't done, and the one thing we found out in the early fights is it's very good about quick combat. So once you got your commands in there, if you just want to use the same commands over again, it'll resolve it like that. So that's nice. A little Migme like her would be torn to shred in no time. We don't know that for sure. Right now we ought to let things play out a bit. But if we don't do anything, then we're Roan. Fine, I'll just go myself. Just sit there and live out the rest of your days, you decrepit old coward. You, my dead old man, all of you. You're all damn cowards. Salt, wait, you blasted fool. Oh, this isn't the same as your make-believe sword fights. The two left the house in a heated argument. Goodness, they are quite lively. And good morning, Zeth. Were you able to rest? Reincarnation places great strain upon one's soul, and needless to say, the body as well. Though I'm certain you have become somewhat accustomed to that new form of yours, we must begin our mission as soon as possible. As we speak, the Overlord is quickly spaying the influence of darkness. Ah, that damn fool of a son! Burdon grabs a cup from the table, smashing it to the ground. He went, did he? Yeah, he went off in high spirits. Went off to die, that is. Chief Banon. What? You're still here? I thought we agreed that you'd leave once your friend here was awake. Concerning the individual whose whereabouts are unknown, she is a Migme girl named Rorone. Is that correct? What of it? I believe we may be able to assist you. If you would, please provide Zeth with the details of her last known location. You'll search for her? That is indeed what I'm suggesting. It's true, you do seem capable. You may just be the help we're looking for, but I have to wonder what's in it for you. Ah, I see what you're after. I know exactly what your motive is. Don't play dumb. Sadly, there's no gold here. Guess you're out of luck. Our motive makes no difference, does it not? Ultimately, our goal's the same. As such, we will extend our aid. Now, will you please tell us? Fine, I'll tell you. The one who went missing is in fact a Migme girl named Rorone. She's our village healer. So she often goes to gather herbs, but this time something bad must have happened. Goblins live deep in the valley, you see. It's possible that they're the culprits. Deep in the valley, I understand. Zeth, please make preparations for our immediate departure. It is likely something else awaits us at the same location as Rorone. You truly mean to help us? Oh, Sir Seth. With a deeply moved expression on his face, Banon hurriedly takes Seth's hand into his own. I apologize for how I treated you, but that kind of attitude is what keeps alive in this world. Please bring back Saul and Rorone. What a noble thing to say. It's been a while since I've met a knight like you. Those two kids may act before they think, but that doesn't mean they should die for it. Please do what you can to save them. That will be entirely up to Zeth. Either way, let's head outside so you may show us the entrance to the valley. Whew. I'm pining for EO games for the Switch. I'll even take ports. Persona Q1 too. Absolutely agree with you, Lofter. I love playing them. I got my 3DS upstairs where usually before bed I'll plug away half an hour to an hour between that and Dragon Quest 8. Nisa has a lot of these. Why does Zeth sound like the name of an overlord? I know, right? It was the default name, so I just kept it. Sir Zeth, do you see the lowland beyond the village? That's Fami Valley, the place where Rowan was headed. I'll leave things to you, but before that... Oh, now he's got gold. Use this to purchase any necessities. Please be careful and bring those two back with you. One moment, please take this with you. Use that map to check your surroundings. You will only be able to view your surroundings, but please utilize it during your exploration. Oh, and take this as well. I know with the Etrian Odyssey games, a big part of it was drawing the maps to the bottom, and I did enjoy that. But a lot of times I would just turn on auto mapping and just put notes. If they just make a dungeon crawling game where I can put the notes down, which I think is one of the better things about Etrian Odyssey, and I wish more dungeon crawling games let me put notes down on the map, which there's no reason why I can't do that with the controller.
And a little text keyboard on there if I had to. That would be really cool. Got treasure, Holy Era gold coin. Treasures such as these are of no use to a knight. You will likely receive such items through battle, so feel free to sell them to earn additional funds. I understand that among valuable gemstones, there are some which possess magical properties, but it's unlikely you'll come across one in the foreseeable future. Now then, may the light be with you. You're now able to travel to the valley. But make sure you buy a bunch of stuff first. Alright, talk to folks here about you. They'll gladly trade with you. That said, I'm afraid the GP I gave you may not be enough to buy much equipment. If you have any treasures with you, it might make a good idea to sell for some extra money. Things like that tend to sell for a decent price, but I'm sure it would help you out a bit. Be careful out there. Now, he sits there and says all that. We're going to go save his kids, but whatever. So we got a dagger. We can upgrade to a flail here, which does a lot more damage, but takes away all of our gold. We have a war sling, short bow. We do see at the bottom of the screen, we see the range there is short, medium, and long. So that means you're going to be dealing with enemies with different rows, and or they may come at you at a distance. So that's interesting to note. Let's see here. Avoid. What is that? A -11 and a -9? I'm wondering if that means that's a good thing or not. First thing you need to do is get healing potions if they exist in the game. Yeah, we're gonna definitely considering healing potions. Just wondering if it seems like the more expensive items take avoid from -9 down to -6 and -11. So you want better, more positive numbers, I suppose. Defense numbers go up. That's good. It looks like we must have decent armor already. Let's see if it has a potion option here. Headband, shirts, leather gloves, boots. Okay, so buy items. Buy equipment. Buy items. Buy equipment. Why does the buy items menu look just like the buy equip? That makes no sense. Elder's home, system, squire's status. Ooh, lots of slots for new party members. That is really odd. Okay. Alright, there we go. It's just really odd that the equipment's mixed in with the sell items menu. That's really weird. I feel like that's an oversight. Alright, recovery item for file, ingredient used for cooking, bait for traps, recovery island, 5 to 10. So we've got some sort of cooking system as well as a trapping system in this game. That's what that tells us. We have fish meal, low quality soup, church biscuit, back tea, lemonade, beer, milk. Okay, I'm not really super interested in your cooking system right now, silly game. I would just, I'll be fine with just some good old-fashioned potions. That's fine. That'll do the trick. Medicine that slightly recovers an ally's hit points. Effect increases when the user's level and miss are high. Small wind vial, wind attack, fire attack. Ooh, treasure box keys. Ooh, bet you we should have some of these. Oh, crap, if you hit mass buy, you literally get 10 of those. So that's an interesting... just remember, boys and girls, if you pick mass buy, you are going to get 10 of those, whether you want 10 or not. I thought it was going to bring up a screen of like, well, how many of those would you like to buy? Yeah, no. Um, that Grimoire's waited. This is the non-revised version. I don't know if there was a revised version. Now, the second game on here, the Strangers of Sword City, that is the revisited, revised, whatever. I don't know how much they revised this from the original that came out in Japan and whatnot. No one has spent points, right? I haven't missed somebody spending points. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. And I know before some, poor Peter spends points and I don't catch it till he says, hey, why didn't you notice I spent points? So let me know if you spent points and I just kind of missed out on it. X status. So we can see our character status here on this screen. I will say Stranger of Sword City, I think, has a better looking screen. I like the style of Stranger of Sword City's character status screen. I'm always a big sucker for fancy looking screens. This one looks okay. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. All right, so let's go ahead and save. Confirm it's saved. Go to Village Outskirts, head into our first dungeon. Well, I don't know, Peter. Every time you spend points, I just kind of ignore you for some reason. I'm just trying not to be naughty again. Oh, my stars and garters. Zeth walks along the path at the village outskirts, arriving in a rainy valley. The stench of monsters permeates the moist air. Bloodthirsty creatures lurk nearby, closer than they may seem. So, holy sweet mother of PlayStation 2 graphics. I mean, I knew it was going to be old, but dang, nab. What's that map on the left? Or what's that thing on the left? That's weird. Boy, that mini map at the top is downright next to useless. What is that? It's only like 5 squares big. Like they couldn't figure out how to do that just one better. You see the young man from earlier in the rain. Looks like he's surrounded by monsters and is unable to move. Damn! What's the deal with these guys? Ugh! The young man notices you and calls out to you with a plea. Please help, these guys are coming, there's no end to them! I like the music. I do dig the music. So if I do fast attack here, you'll see that he calls it out really quick, or the combat just really resolves really fast. I mean, almost too fast if you're not careful. You could quickly. I like the victory music. You can quickly die. I like the music though. I like the music. This is a port of a PS2, or are you just calling out the graphics from the PS2? I don't know. Let's Google. I was trying to Google up earlier. The problem was the Japanese game was called something else. So let's see if we can. It was from like 2010. That much I remember. And let's see here. But I think one of you might have to look up for me exactly what system it originally came on. I don't know if it was the Vita or the PS3 or the PS2 or something else. Maybe one of you guys can research that for me while I keep playing. But from 2010, I mean, the PS2 was definitely in the sunset in 2010. Definitely. So, I mean, the PS3 had been out for a while, if I'm not mistaken. But again, dungeon crawlers never really aim for, creme de la creme graphics.
Before you realize it, a young man from before you is standing next to you. That's amazing! You killed the whole group of monsters so quickly. Are you here to save Roan? That's right. You're so poised. You really are amazing, just like a real knight. This is Flumi Valley. There's a goblin stronghold to the north, so everyone does their best to avoid it. They may be small, but they got sharp teeth. But if Roan came here while I wasn't around... Hey, you're the only person I trust enough to tell. Trusting people, I just... But I'm actually... What, did you piss in your pants? Don't interrupt. My legs gave out on me, and I still can't move. Damn it, I'm so pathetic. After talking all big to my dad, I went up like this. Should I just go home? Huh? I'm supposed to be better than nothing. Alright, I better get prepared. Exchange, please be my swordsmanship instructor. I want to be as strong as you are. If you work hard, you will. Alright, I'm sure you're right. Anyways, my name is... Zeth. A beautiful godly voice resounds in your head. It's the same voice you heard with the dazzling light before you woke up in your new body. I got it back up from the monitor. It's too bright. He is a young male human who was raised in a Migmi village and looks up to knights. In meeting with you, they shall forge the path of a new destiny. Please create a new appearance, names, and ability with your own hands. Commencing character creation for your new companion. During character creation for your new companions, you may edit the name, appearance, main class, soul shape, and stat points. The game will use the name and appearance that you choose. Note that there will be no effect on their personality or the story. As the game progresses, you'll be able to change some selections. Note that you cannot change them until then, so choose carefully. Think carefully about their main class. When you have few companions, everyone will stand on the front row. If you find that enemies are too strong and you're having difficulty progressing, you can change the game difficulty to easy from the options menu. When you're done editing, select confirm. This will conclude character creation. The protagonist is the only one who can change their gender. Actually I'm okay with Saul. Wow, that almost looks like it's from two different games almost, right? It's like you can have this cartoon character, you can have like this animated character. You could even change how this person looks. Yeah, he must be a plastic surgeon. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Oh, yeah, that's it. You get 3 choices for Pumpkin. Lovely. Fighter, wizard, healer, a paladin, ooh, a ranger proficient with bows, excels at finding treasure, an alchemist who casts spells and inflicts conditions on enemies, good at using items and can use alchemy anywhere. Druid can control monsters with draconic blessing, can summon various natural phenomena with magic. And samurai, warrior who fights in the front row and hunts enemies with forward swordsmanship, mows down groups of enemy one after the other with their dual wielding specialty. Ooh, that kind of sounds exciting. Yeah, dual wielder on the front. I usually try to make classes based on their looks, and he kind of looks like a fighter. But the idea of a dual wielder does sound pretty cool. Sage's soul, champion soul. Soul shape that embodies the powers of the dwarves. Oh yeah. Well. Now, I know in some of these games, if you have a samurai or a dual wielder class, they tend to rely more on agility than strength for their damage output. So that's kind of a... I don't know if that's something that the minus sign can help me out with there. Let's take a look here. Class introduction, samurai. Front guard that specializes in offense can attack many times at once. While dual wielding katanas, learn skills that can attack multiple enemies at once. Strong against single targets, though not as effective as the fighter.
Less durable than other front guards. Paladin can equip armor with high defense, learns defensive skills that protects allies. High attack power, but isn't as strong as a fighter or samurai. Has no skills that can easily deal with strong enemies or groups. All class levels are managed separately. For example, if a squire who's level 10 fighter is changed to a level 1 wizard, that squire's parameters will change accordingly to those of a level 1 wizard. If the squire is changed back to a fighter, the fighter level will still be 10. As you progress in Glen, the protagonist and squire will be able to use subclasses, which must be different from their main class. Using subclasses will allow your fighters to use spells, or wizards who can use axes and swords, among other combinations. There are various advantages to using subclasses. You'll be able to use equipment from both classes. You'll be able to use skills and spells from both classes. There aren't many disadvantages, so be sure to set a subclass. And that will come later on. About stat points, agility affects the place in the turn order and chains to escape from battle. Also affects the activation rate for certain defensive skills. So nothing in there about dual wielding. If you're just going to buy that in. I will tell you, I have played some of these blobbers before where I can't tell you how much I screwed up a character, especially in those games where you can't reallocate your stats. And you're thinking, oh, I should go with strength. He's a melee attacker. Just to find out, oh, because I specialize in dual wielding, I needed to at least get the agility. I think that happened in Demon Gaze, where you have to get the agility at least up to 25, or you really impact your DPS with a second weapon. I remember in Labyrinth of Refrain, you use dolls to create characters. I guess NIS likes you to be able to customize as you like. Yeah, you're going to be able to do a lot of customization. If this is the game that I'm thinking of too, you can actually reallocate your skill points and change your classes and your gender and everything else whenever you want. If this is the game I'm thinking of. Yeah, so you really are truly a plastic surgeon. Or whatnot. We'll make a paladin. Soul shape, champion, stat points, which kind of makes him like the main hero, I guess. Except he's gonna need some more mist to deal with, paladin healing spells. Oh, he only gets 2 bonus points. Sucks to be him. My name is Saul. Alright then, I'm counting on you, Master. Okay, Master, this may be sudden, but I do have a request. Would you mind taking a look at my equipment? I just want to make sure I'm well equipped. I manage the weapons and the village training post on the side. If there's anything I'm missing, I'll try to correct that. Worn dagger, worn armor. Oops. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're using what you got. You are using what you got. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look around some more. I really am not a fan of that little teeny tiny mini map at the top. That's just, that stuff is horrible. You know what? I almost wish it was almost turned off. I mean, if that's all I'm gonna be able to get. What's this X button for resting? You can, oh. Save, load, return options. English, difficulty normal, background music. Oh, remaster background music. Battle voice play, command record. Movement minimap, display or hide. Oh, geez, yeah. That if you're gonna be that bad, please hide the damn thing. And I don't understand what that overall that left means. You know, that little 5 square thing on the left? Not sure. Exclamation mark! Beyond the fence is goblin territory where Roan definitely went beyond here. Pardon me. The person speaking to you is a young female elf. She looks over you and politely bows. By order of Vindar, the Elven Chief, I have arrived to welcome the Knight of the Round. Sir Zeth, it is an honor to meet you. A priestess of the previous generation prophesied your rebirth. Please allow me the honor of joining you as a squire. I'm relieved. Thank you so much. So as long as I live, I shall never forget this moment. She's easily impressed. Hold on a moment. Why did you choose now to suddenly arrive? We're in the middle of looking for a girl named Roan who went missing. I know that elves are known for being devout, but can we talk about that later? A missing girl, does that mean you did not come here looking for the fort? Fort? There's no fort in this valley. The only thing here is that shabby stronghold built by the goblins. I see. I seem to have grasped the situation. I know a little about combat. Please allow me to assist you in your search for the girl. Thank you very much. I shall do my best not to hold you back. Welcome, I'm Saul. You can call Zeth over here Master. At least that's what I've chosen to call him. Them? Well, he's such a profound name. I understand I shall do the same. Master Zeth, I pray we get along well. She's a kind-hearted elf priestess who arrived to welcome you. In meeting with you, they shall forge the path of a new destiny. Please create their new appearance, names, and ability with your own hands. Yeah. Let's see, we got... I don't even know. Maybe these are like the original pictures, and that's why there's such a distinctive style difference, and this is like a remastered here, which is pretty interesting if that's really truly the case. I actually like this design better, but it's now going to clash. If I pick this one, it kind of clashes with the style of everyone else. Slamming you with character customization. Yeah, amazing. So she's a wizard, it looks like. That's her default. Select the soul that determines the character's base abilities. Elsa. I call her Elsa before I called her Elsa. Doop. Okay, I think I'm fine with her being a wizard. Ah, nope. Go back to wizard. Let's see. Sage's soul embodies the power of the elves. Benefits backline class with superior intellect. Sounds perfect. Stat points, strength, int, agility, luck, Vit. Vit could probably use... Now, see, with some games, and I'd have to do some research or something, but with some games, so Vit usually helps your max hit points, right? But what in only some games is it retroactive, which means for vitality / constitution, which means you normally in some games you won't pump the points into this vitality early, because you'll get those hit point additions starting at the early levels. You get an early payoff for it. Other games, they're retroactive, and if you dump a bunch of points into it at a high level, suddenly your hit points will jump sky high. And in other games, what they do is they kind of slowly get you back up to that higher figure. It's really kind of weird how different games handle vitality. But because of that, I tend to put points into vitality early levels. I don't need a wizard to have a crap ton of hit points, but you want him to have, more than a few. Oh, look, her hit points went up automatically. So it is one of those games where it's kind of retroactive. So you can go ahead and put some more into something else and feel confident that you're
not, making a bad mistake. Yep. I'm ready. Now let us proceed, Master. Can we move her location? Is that a thing? Probably not. It did mention you kind of had to have a full front line here. Investigating. There's a door. Aha. So smart, game. So smart you are. Oops. Hit. Boy, this makes Labyrinth of Lost Souls look cluttered. Beyond here is goblin territory. Be careful not to go north when gathering herbs. Just one of those people that likes to at least get the perimeter down first. Ooh, that looks like a. I just like how there's a battle symbol there. Okay, we can use the shoulder buttons to sidestep. That's nice. Okay. Library of the Round. That's a big area. Oh, we're still not done. That's a big area though. Only muscle mages need vitality. All right. Those are Mandragora. I didn't expect to find them so far north. They're plant spirits found in my home forest. Because they're earth elements, they're able to absorb evil energies of the land. So long as we use fire magic, like Firebolt, defeating them will be easy enough. As for the hopworms right before us, they are water elementals. Fire spells will be particularly ineffective. Enemy spells and equipment each possess affinity. Fire is strong against earth. Earth is fire against earth and weak to water. Wind is strong against fire and weak to earth, and so on. Light and darkness are most effective against one another, hold slight advantages over the other elements. Okay. I think they're all weak to, my sword in their face. See, you can just do that fast result, and boom, it's over just like that. Wait, they have little hearts with percentages. That probably means something. Something's written on a shoddy sign with atrocious penmanship. Our stronghold ahead. Humans, keep out. Yeah, like, it definitely reminds me of the Wizardry game on the PlayStation 2. Anyone play Classic Heroes? That was a very interesting Wizardry dungeon crawler. Monster still hasn't noticed the party. But you notice now. Romance game tries to teach about elemental affinities. I just stab him with my sword, right? Pfft, stupid game trying to teach me elemental bullcrap. Ooh, Goblin Stronghold music. Gonna map the whole dungeon, because that's what I like to do. Oh, well, there's a lot of flying things. Ooh, and they're level 7, too. Yeah, I could definitely go over... Like, I got lots of blobbers. I love dungeon crawlers. I played the first class of heroes. I don't remember getting too far in it. Weren't the dwarves in that game like dog people or something? Exactly. It was the game where, like, everything looked like some sort of version of a pixie or a fairy, but it... like, the dwarves looked like fairies, the gnomes looked like littler fairies. I mean, everything just... Nothing looked like it was supposed to in that game, I swear. But, you know, it looked super cute in anime, but it was one of the deepest, most difficult games to play. It had systems on top of systems. You really needed to read an FAQ just to make a decent party, you know, in that one. Master, what are those things? Stuff for us to kill. Oh, my stars. A band of goblins blocks the party's path. Standing at the front of the pack is an exceptionally elegant goblin. So you finally decided to show up, did you? Immediately as Saul shouts, a familiar voice among the goblins calls out to him. Wait, I recognize that voice. Saul, you came to save me. Road, where are you? Hang in there, I'm here too. However, at that moment, the goblin begins to yell, Silence, human! Sacrifice mine! Makabu! Give sacrifice to Skyford, hee-hee. Makabu scoops up a row and fleeing to the other side of the fence. The other goblins rush after them. We're not letting you escape! Ooh. So they're really hurting the wizard lady there. I'll have her guard. Oh, these guys actually do pack a wallop. Oh, they're level 7. That would probably explain why. Let's see if we can burn one to a crisp. Wow, they still haven't taken that guy down. Ouch! Dang. Well, that's unfortunate. Man down already. Dang nabbit. Where's the... Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's down to 0 heart now. Alright, we can do this. Against goblins, even my sword is good enough. Don't worry, Master. I'm sure we'll still be facing just He's the one who went down. Master Saul, look, the fence back there is. It's closed. Damn it. Why are they trying to stop us? Let's go after them quickly. That's easier said than done. The road is blocked, is it not? We must seek another path. Let's just pass through the stupid fence. I don't think that's possible. Then what should we do? Detour, I'm fine with that, but yes, I believe that would be best. Oh, I just got points with her. However, before that, Master, when you're heavily fatigued, don't overdo it. Please return to the village. Even if we manage to catch up with them, there'd be no point if they defeat us. She's right. We'll fully recover when you exit. Let's return to the base before it gets dangerous. Well, yeah, we've already got one KO'd person, so... Talking bit for a dead person, I know, right? He talks really big for a dead guy. And apparently this is not one of those games where you pop back up after battle when you lose all your hit points, which most dungeon crawlers don't usually do that, so that's fine.
I could have been more careful. It's more of the regular goblins. Wow, we need to get this lady some better armor. Well, I'm just gonna have her defend and let him. He doesn't take hardly any damage at all. So we can just, by using the fast combat, we'll just have her constantly defend and let him just do all the damage. There we go. I like how I like how he gets points with her. Oh, the dead guy doesn't level up either. What stat do you want to increase? Oh, she got a lot more hit points. Max hit points increased by 15. That'll help her survivability. Magic points go by 2. Learn the spell Magic Guard. Alright, so let's see. Where were we at here? We are over there. Alright. Leave the valley. Where did my party go? You have to like add them to your group each time or what? Yeah, whatever. Probably have to do it on your way out. Alright, so, whoa, we've only got 74. We didn't get hardly any gold in there. I figure after all those fights, we would have had some more gold. Let's see here. Okay, so we don't have a lot of money to buy equipment, unfortunately. That is most unfortunate. So his equipment's pretty good. Now, how do I compare... If I was going to buy the armor, how do I compare how it looks on the other people? That's his stat changes. Like, you want to compare it with the other... And what's weird is at the bottom it shows him and the redhead guy, but it doesn't show the wizard lady. Oh, so I'm relieved you were able to meet up with Sir Zeth. Yeah, we kind of bumped to each other at the valley's entrance. That's what happened, right? Yeah, it was sure one heck of a coincidence, I see. Sorry to ask this of you, Sir Zeth, but please keep an eye on that boy of mine. Saul, don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, I know. Let's get going. Saul, what is it? Your destiny is entwined with that of Zeth. Accept their guidance. I like how they keep using the gender-neutral pronoun. Like, why not? Whatever. And remain a loyal squire. Right, will do. What's this? I see you've brought a brave new face here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Please call me Rydia. I've journeyed here from the Elven capital. You're the second of the squires. It appears you're already aware of your duty. For now, please focus on the current mission. It will certainly come as a great aid, Zeth. Yes, ma'am. Hey, thank you for following. Grab me a Coke. That's a funny name. Welcome. Thank you so much for following. That brings up to 925. This is our road to 1,000 followers. So I appreciate you for taking up the counter one more. And we're going to do something big at that. We don't even know what we're going to do yet. We'll do something big at 1,000. Might just, I don't know what, might be, I don't know. Might be me playing a really bad game and being tortured for your entertainment. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see here. Okay, so now it shows them at the bottom. Oops. Okay, so I'm super confused here. So if I go back to town, leave the valley, they leave the party. But as soon as I go out, they join the party again. And the reason why that makes it difficult is I'm a little unsure. 1K JC plays Dragon Age 2 and enjoys it. Yeah, actually, that's what I should do. I should play a bad game and totally talk it up as if it's the best thing since sliced bread. So, left and right does those two. Oh, I see. The characters light up on the bottom based on who can use it. But it does nothing to tell me if this is something that's good for character X, Y, or Z. Oh, wait, I think... There we go. All right, you got to go over there and hit the LR button. All right, fair enough. Now, defense goes up to 12 with this. Defense goes up to 13 with that. Ooh, a leather whip. Buy and equip. There we go. That took up all of our money. Yeah, you know you're playing old school when you go through like half a dozen battles or so and you can only afford like one little tiny piece of armor. That's fine. We are okay with that. The way I see it, it's all good. Yeah, I've actually have played Wizardry, the Wizardry, gosh, the PlayStation 2 one. Again, the subtitle escapes me. And I played it on a stream a while back through an emulator. Ha! You there! Are you any chance Saul? Hey, are you okay? You'll be eaten alive by goblins if you stay here, you know. Popolog? Listen, Rarone has... I know, she's been kidnapped, right? You know? Anyway, who's this? Yeah, you. Thank you for being polite. Zeth, huh? You don't seem to be just an ordinary person. Compared to Saul over here, you're clearly much more powerful. Don't compare us. Oh well, leaving the flat-chested elf lady aside for now. So, about Rarone. I'll make an exception this time and give you a hint. Investigate this area for a bit. I think you'll find something interesting, okay? I don't have time to explain. I'm a busy guy. Damn, Popolog. He's the same race as Rarone, but completely ignores her. Oh, right. He's a bigamy who runs from place to place. He occasionally shows up in a village, but then runs off again, doesn't come back for a while. He claims to be a treasure hunter, and I don't know if it's true or not. To hell with his advice about investigating. I don't even know what he means. There are invisible doors and events hidden within labyrinths. Use investigate camp command to investigate. Blah, blah, blah. I think we all can see the big, huge magnifying glass at the top. Wonder if it's direction sensitive. Guess not. It has a stone weight one and it appears to be pulling something. What's up with this rope? It may be a mechanism for the door. It doesn't budge when you pull it, but you could probably cut it with a blade. A large object moved on the other side of the fence. The door opened. Let's head over there. But only after you do this random encounter. So, leveled up. What stat do you want to increase? $18 hit points. You gotta like these games, like where you start off with like 20 hit points and you get like 10, 15 hit points a level. So like your first few levels, you're literally like doubling your hit points. I always said that was kind of silly. Like, a second level person is just twice as hard to kill as a first level person. Ooh, little item symbol. We got a high potion. It's the potion that gets you high. I see, let's see here. Just a reminder, as you can see through the text on the right-hand side, we do have different ways to spend channel points if you're interested. You can do one of those things. We have a new wheel, the Wheel of Stories, and all kinds of stuff. Ooh, a treasure chest. Ooh, hits for 9 on pumpkin. Got a treasure box, potion and antidote. Oh, I don't know about high potions though. High potions are the best. Now this time, Peter, I actually saw that this time, so yay! So we're gonna do the Wheel of Story. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. All right, so we got the Wheel of Story here. Around and around and around it goes. Where the wheel stops, nobody knows. You even get like the music while you're at it. And today's story is Grand Theft Auto 4 for kids. Ah, yes, Grand Theft Auto 4 for kids. What a classic tale. Yep. Now I got to update my spreadsheet first before I tell the story, because otherwise I will totally forget about it. Let us go over to... Here we go. Grand Theft. We'll put this in the list of stories already told. All right. So, the Grand Theft, So, funny story. I don't know where he went off to. Funny story. So, this was years ago. We have numerous neighbors, of course, like everybody does. And one of the neighbors knows me pretty well. We talk, we chit-chat a lot. And she's an older lady. But she had a kid late in life. So she had a teenage kid who at the time had a PlayStation, I think this was a PlayStation 3. Had just gotten it. And she first of all, she had to have my help just buying it. She didn't even know how to buy it. She just gave me the cash, and I bought it off of Amazon and brought it to her, and showed her how to hook it up and everything like that. And this kid's like probably around 10, 12 years old at the time. So then, like, the next year for his birthday, she was like, can you help me pick some games for him? I'm like, yeah, sure. Do you have any thoughts, or do you know what kind of games he likes, or whatever have you? She's like, well, I heard, he keeps asking me for this Grand Theft Auto game. Grand Theft Auto. I said, Grand Theft Auto 4. That's the only one on the PlayStation 3, right? Grand Theft Auto 4. She's like, yeah, that's the one. I said, I played that game. It's got a metric ton of drug use, violence, and nudity, and she's like, yeah, okay, I don't really keep any of that stuff from him, he's gonna see it one way or the other, and I don't want to, what did she say? I don't want to censor what I forget her exact language, but something along the lines of she didn't want to censor what he was doing or playing with or whatever have you. My mind was blown. Now, maybe it's because I grew up in a little bit more of a conservative instead of a liberal family, but I had relatives who were liberal too. But I was like, whoa,
My mother got upset one time. Oh, that's another story. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let me put that. That's going to be the replacement on the wheel. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, no, I gotta save some of my good stories for that. I can't let stories go into stories that blow everything right at the beginning. But it is, yeah, I couldn't believe it. My mother would have never let me do, not in a million billion years, let me do that. And even as an adult, like a much older adult, I go over to my mom's house and I bring video games over, of course. I wouldn't throw that one up on the screen. Just saying, not in front of mom. You know, so it is really funny that she's just like, yeah, I don't protect them from anything, and da 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 da. And you know what? She's not the only one. Seems to be like the attitude of a lot of parents these days. So that's why I'm not, I think the rating system is stupid. Parents don't even look at it, and really they should be paying attention to what their kids play, but a lot of them don't even care. They really don't. And then I wonder why their kids turn out the way they do. Why would you play Omega Labyrinth in front of your mom? Omega Labyrinth, I might nowadays. Yeah, mom has definitely changed a lot. Um, and we'll talk more about that if we ever get that option on the story wheel. The library book with mom would definitely lead into that particular conversation. That's saved for another day. But that is your story time with Phil. Hmm. Here's a question for you guys. Someone just texted me. I want to get an Xbox game, because they're getting all. I want to get an Xbox for the first time. I've always bought PlayStation because they're getting all these game deals underneath their umbrella. So I know there was an article on Game Radar about all the games that they're from Bethesda to Rare. They've got some developers come underneath their umbrella. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Are any of y'all team PlayStation that's now jumping to team Microsoft Xbox because of whatever things they're getting underneath their umbrella? I'd like to hear some more about that. I'm looking at picking up a PlayStation 5, but that's only because I have a crap ton of really PlayStation 4 games that I like, which are a lot different. Like I got lots of Muso games and Ratchet and Clank and things like that most other people probably not big into. But and I just want to be able to play them with faster loading times than 60 frames per second, which that system allows you to do with a lot of those titles. So I'm kind of curious. Or PC Master Race, right? PC Master Race. Absolutely. All right, back to our game while we are talking about that. Thank you for spending those points, Peter. Appreciate it. Hopefully you felt that was worth it. Those are the story time deals. We do have the Wheel of Story Time. I don't know what happens if you guys go through too many story times, though, because I only got so many stories to tell. I think I should do this. Probably some good old juicy. I've mostly been on Team Handheld and Switch. I like this. I mean, like this game. I mean, granted, this is probably on the other system. Well, no, did this come out on PlayStation? I know it's on the PC, but it seems to me that the PC and the Switch have. I mean, the PC and the Switch are really what I spend the most time on because they have some of the most newest original games that I like. I mean, obviously, if you're a big, huge fan of like Uncharted and things like that, those big AAA title actiony games that feel like a movie, then the PlayStation's going to be your home, right? Let's see here. What do we want to do? We want to pretty much do what we did before. And we're just keeping an eye. All I'm doing is I'm repeating attack, attack for the first two characters, keeping the wizard lady on defend, and just monitoring how much damage they take at the round. Oh, he could get stunned. Just racking up those heart points. There must be at least one particular game drawing your friend to the Xbox. Let me see what he says. I don't even know if he's watching the stream or not. PC has a great selection, don't get me wrong, but not nearly with the Xbox. And the 8 Pass alone is worth having the Ultimate, the streaming stuff.
that you're going is cool when you're out and about. The so isn't the Xbox Game Pass, that's also on the PC too, right? So that's what I'm asking. The PC, the Game Pass can be played on the PC, right? So why do you need, if you already have a good PC, why do you need an Xbox? Just seems to me you'd hook up a controller to your PC and call it a day. I got one hooked up to my computer just for that. Why did the wheel come back up? No one asked you to come back up, wheel. Bye-bye, wheel. Oh, look, now it's X-Men 92. Uh-huh. Where did my OBS go? Uh-oh. Did my Switch capture card close? Ah, the Switch capture card closed. Yeah, I haven't needed a console much because a lot of things I'm interested in up on the PC are the Switch, like Dragon Quest and Cold Steel. I grew up with PC and PlayStation, PC Master Race these days, but not in any team, especially not a fan of exclusivity, so that Xbox news isn't going to make me jump. Peter says, now Xbox Pass games are also on the PC. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's go back to our game. I asked him, what are the exclusives? And we'll see what he says. What's really tough is having too many windows open at once, and it's not working out very well. I really need to get, like, something that lets me see my chat on a different window. And then, of course, Capture Card wants to pull up that stupid menu garbage bull crap again. Stop it, Capture Card. Nobody likes you. Ooh, dried monster milk. Yum, yum. Who doesn't like dried monster milk? I do like there's nice rain sounds in the background. Firebolt, Windbolt. We also have Slow. And Magic Guard weakens foe spells and effects. Effect lasts for one whopping turn. Woot woot! I like how it's like he ran out of energy. He didn't run out of hit points. He ran out of energy. I do like it when they call for reinforcements. That's just more experience points. Dried monster milk goes well with nuts. Some people just want a console too, not just for the easy use, but to have a very powerful Blu-ray player. But the Xbox doesn't play Blu-rays, does it? I think it's just the overall content of the fact the Game Pass library is pretty damn exhaustive, but not much more than a PC account or a WoW account even. Okay. Now, let's see here. And with me, like, the way I look at these consoles is, I'm like, would I, look at the number of games I would play on it that I don't have already on the computer, or couldn't get on the computer, or whatever have you. So, unfortunately, some of that's exclusives. Some of the other games I'd rather, like the Switch, there's certain games like this. I could have got this on the computer, but I got this on the Switch because I like the idea of being able to play this handheld. I bet the Switch is really good at that. Also, I like to play some games better on my TV, and if I already got a console, sometimes I, could use the console version of some of those. But for the most part, it's exclusives, and with the Switch, it's also games I like to play in handheld. And I'm like, well, how many of those games, how many of those games would I get, right? Let's say, a console like the Wii U, I only had like 10 games on it. It just didn't have a lot of great games, right? Well, the system costs, let's say, $400.
And each game costs, let's say, $60. What you got to do is you got to take those 60 games or those 10 games at $60 each. That's $600 plus $400 for the consoles, $1,000. That means each game actually cost me $100. You divide it out, you do the math. Let's see, repeat, things like that, and fast apply. So that's good to know that Xbox can do Blu-ray 4K, whatever, sure. Yeah, and I think that's what Sony, when I remember when the PlayStation 2 first came out and it was like, it's a DVD player. I think a lot of people were like, oh, it's a free DVD player, and Xbox or PlayStation 3 was also Blu-ray, right? So that can certainly sweeten the pot. Radiant Spear. Ooh, ah. These days, most things are digital. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Item guard. I thought you had magic, Mr. Paladin. Define aura. Remove curse. Reading spear. Yep. Running behind the other one. These days, most everything is digital. Yes, it is. Let's do this and this. Same as PS5 would be. We won't have to buy the games for a bit more than a month. The PlayStation 7 would be the way I burn through them. I don't play games very often. So what he's saying is, I think Chaos. I can't remember if it was you. That we talked about this extensively in RP Gamer chat, but he's basically saying he wants that console because it's so I think we were talking about how the new consoles and the new way of things is people are basically, you got these game services that are like Netflix now, right? So he's basically saying he isn't looking to buy games on it, he's looking at it as a Netflix system of video games, and that when you look at it from that angle, it has a lot more games and better games in the Xbox Live thingy than the PlayStation Now does. So there you go. Hey, Doomage, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate that. We are on the road to 1,000 followers here on our RP Gamer Twitch, and I really appreciate that you're helping us to get to that goal. And right now, there's a big conversation of what I'm going to do when we hit 1,000. And right now, the lead suggestion is that I do a session of Dragon Age 2 and pretend like it is the best game ever made. So if we can get to 1,000, that's the challenge, guys. If we can get to 1,000 followers before I actually beat Dragon Age 2, then I will certainly do that for one of my gaming sessions. You see Makabu standing there. So you finally showed up, sewer rat. This time I'll bring you through with my sword. Kill humans. Bring out fool. What? What the hell is this? Saul, fall back. A Cyclops. We can't. We don't stand a chance against this. Saul, Master, we gotta run. What are you talking about? You're a swordsman, are you not? I'm just the son of a traveling merchant. Please, Master. Are you serious? I have faith in ourselves. Let us proceed. Damn it, you're both insane. What kind of magic
Let's see here. Let me read what you guys are saying. Any games like this for the Nintendo Switch? Doom Age, this is actually on the Nintendo Switch. I'm playing this through my capture card. And the nice thing about this, so this, oh, I guess I should be putting on, let me put on the one with the title. This is Saviors of Sapphire Wings, as you can see on the title up there at the top. I had turned the title thingy off for a minute. So people can see more screen. But yeah, it is Savior Sapphire Wings, and it actually comes with the second game, Stranger of Sapphire City, I believe, or something like that. Oh, I got the box right here. Stranger of Sword City Revisited. So we can show you the box right here. Haha, I just got this in the mail today. It just came out today. You can get this for your Nintendo Switch. This was $50. I don't know how much it is on the eShop. If you want to buy it digitally, I'm sure it's on the eShop. You can also get it on Steam for the PC for $40, but number one, I like having the physical thing with my RPGs, and number two, being able to play it in the palm of my hand is worth 10 extra bucks. So there you go. That's what we're playing today. It is what we call a blobber. It is an old school blobber. This was originally released in 2010 in Japan, and we're just now getting it in America. Now, Stranger of Sword City has been released in America before. It was released the second game that's on this collection. It was released on the Vita, and I believe you could get the original game on Steam a while back. Now you can just get them both together. And this one is the revisited game has enhancements in it to make it more entertaining, like a difficulty setting, for example, because the original game was extremely difficult and gnarly. So there you go. Cool box art, physical edition. Yeah, I like it. I like it. What kind of magic do mages use? Doom magic, absolutely. Similar to Netflix, a game can come off the Game Pass after a while, which might not work well for someone who takes long breaks. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I did see a news article saying, here's what games are coming to Game Pass and which ones are coming off, just like the Netflix thing, right? So it's not my preferred way of collecting and playing through games, and I love to collect games, but I can understand why somebody, especially a younger person, especially somebody with limited funds. It's the same thing with DVDs. I collect DVDs. I don't subscribe to Netflix or anything like that, but I understand people who do. And everyone's got. I think it's nice that there are options out there for people to be able to experience video games. So we're gonna take this guy kind of slow here. He is a boss. So we're not gonna use the quick combat we were using before. We're gonna try. He kind of looks like he might be an earth enemy, so let's try some fire against him. I don't know what all those symbols are at the top, and I don't know if I want to know. Okay, he took 39 damage from the fire. Cyclops Slave is putting his helmet back in place. Oh, that probably sounds really lovely. Let's see what a wind bolt does to him. Ooh! Holy cow, Zeth took 30 damage, and Zeth is the guy with the armor. If he hits the other characters, I think they're going to get KO'd in one hit. Yeah, that's a problem. Two hits, takes 44 damage. Cyclops Slave is putting his helmet back in place. Okay, so he did that really big hit after he put his helmet back on place. So the implication there might be we just want to defend. Oh, he's putting his helmet back in place again? Ugh, this is horrible. Alright, let me just have him attack, him defend, her defend, because they're the weaklings here. And get some damage in. Why is he putting his helmet back? That makes no... Alright, he attacks Seth. Took 34 points of damage. Oof. Need to heal yourself, physician. Let's have you cast another fireball here while I read some more comments. There should be some other NIS games similar to this on the Switch. There are some other dungeon crawlers, and if you guys are watching me the other night, some of them are very, shall we say, adult-oriented. but they're still decent. They're still decent dungeon crawlers. The ones we went over. I can show you my collection. And there's probably a couple I don't have that are on the Switch because I might already, if I've already owned a game on a PC, I don't generally buy it for the Switch. So there's always that to kind of keep in mind. Boy, that healing spell doesn't exactly heal a whole lot. Ooh, Zeth dodged the attack. Good job, Zeth. Wizard's going to be out of magic points here soon. 45 more points. There we go. Cyclops boy go down. V for victory. 0 gold points. Nobody drops gold points in this game. Saul has leveled up. What stat do you want to increase? Give you some more hit points there, Saul. Learn Vanguard Stance. We managed to defeat it somehow. I can't believe such monsters exist. Damn it, I still have a long way to go. That monster, it seems likely that it had been reared by these goblins. In any case, let us hurry on for now. Let us hurry indeed. Ooh, I like it when they just stick your... Let's just stick a treasure chest back there. Repeat with the axe. I do like how you can really just fast way your way through this combat, really. That's it. That's nice. Something's written on a shy sign. A valley of the sky fort ahead. Don't forget, pray every day. Oh my gosh. You know, so at first when I saw the map size on here, I was like, okay, 20 by 20 is not the biggest, you know, blobber map size I've seen. And then you realize, oh wait, they're just kind of a bunch of them connected together. Rydia has leveled up. What stat do you want to increase? Let's get... Get that intelligence up a little bit more. Learn the spell Ice Bolt. Every good wizard should know Ice Bolt. That's how you get your drinks nice and frosty cold. Ooh, hit our guy for 22 points. Gonna have him defend. These guys have gotten a little tougher. Ooh. Try to kill him off with a spell. These guys are tough. Have to start paying attention. Can't use that fast battle when they're going through your hit points like that. I should be worth some XP. Those guys were tough. Oh yeah. Juicy. Okay, now I'm curious now. We're kind of low on hit points and magic. So I'm wondering... Square starts investigate, quest info, library of the round system. You can save any point in time, so that's good to know. Cliff Curse. Huh. Well, I think it'd be kind of silly to keep pushing forward. So I'm going to save here. And I tell you what I'm going to do before we head out for the night. Escape rope back to town, right? Where's my escape rope? It's a bit of a trip back to town from here, right? And we have high antidote potion. We have a high antidote potion. We have high potion. We have antidotes. We have some regular potions. We don't really have a whole lot else we can use here, right? All right. So we're gonna save. We're gonna return to title.